opportunity for members of the Windrush Generation and their families. Anthony has been a passionate voice in championing justice, raising awareness and showing that those affected by historic immigration challenges receive the support they deserve. Please give a warm welcome as he shares his reflections and ongoing work in this very important area. Everyone, Anthony Brown.
No, it's all right.
Briefcase brought everything.
Thank you. You remember the look. This is how we used to look when we came off the ship. But somehow or other somebody's convinced some of our young men that saggy pants is the way to go. But I want to challenge that and say that I've had so much attention this afternoon that they should try the Windrush look again. I've been asked to give an update on the Windrush scheme. We have a new government in power. The last government was deemed to have been responsible for the Windrush Scandal. And they came up with a scheme that they called the Windrush scheme that sought to give people back their status, their citizenship. And it also sought to compensate people. There's a number of stalls around where if you feel that you're entitled to compensation, you can ask at that stall and they'll be able to give you information on it. But it's been an uphill struggle. The Wendy Williams Lessons Learned review that was done when the Windrush Scandal broke. The Windrush Scandal broke about 7 years ago, and then the Windrush Lessons Learned review was produced by Wendy Williams, and it made 30 recommendations that the Home Office needed to implement, basically to change the culture, but also to recognise the harm that had been done to the African Caribbean community and other communities, and to seek a process of reconciliation. But the government reneged on 3 of those recommendations, and the new government that's coming to power has called for a reset. So there's been a ministerial statement where the new Home Secretary and the Minister Seema Malhotra, she was here this afternoon, I don't know if she's still here, but they have made a ministerial statement which calls for a reset, and basically they're going to reinstate those 3 recommendations. So one, they said that they would create a new post called Windrush Commissioner. I'm glad to tell you that it's not me, but somebody has been announced yesterday. The Reverend Clive Foster is the new Windrush Commissioner that will be advising the government on the needs of the community to improve the schemes. The Home Office has also re-established the Windrush Unit, which is looking at improving the culture in the Home Office to make sure that a scandal like this never happens again. And the Home Office has announced a £1.5 million fund for organisations to help people to apply for compensation and apply for their status. So, where does that leave us, the community? Well, I've always argued that the scandal itself was something that goes back decades, because I was hit by the scandal in '82 when I was threatened with deportation, having lived outside the country for 2 years. And we all remember Joy Gardner, who was killed by immigration officers, and that caused the Broadwater Farm uprising. So there has been actions taking place over the years with regards to people's status, and the Windrush scheme has come about and the Windrush compensation scheme has come about to try to repair that harm. But there's been a ripple effect from every action that's taken against the family. It affects the whole family, and that in turn affects the community. So the community needs to address that, and what Windrush Defenders Legal is calling for is a new Act of Parliament. We're calling it the Windrush Act, that tackles some of the race disparities that's developed in education, in health, in community cohesion, in criminal justice, and in work. You know, we have the Equalities Act, but it doesn't require any of the organisations to tackle the disparities, and the government publishes race disparity figures on their website, ethnic facts and figures, and it tells you that, you know, African Caribbean children are only 8% of them are achieving 3 A levels, whereas the wider British community, 11% of them achieving. 17% of Asians are achieving 3 A levels, and 25% of Chinese are achieving 3 A levels. Why are we at the bottom? And the situation is so in health, there are disparities in maternal health, there are disparities in criminal justice and so on. So we're looking to see those tackled going forward. And we also want to see that the organisations involved in that work are able to get resources to develop that work and really tackle those disparities in concert with local government and national government. So that's the update for this week. My name is Anthony Brown. I'm with Windrush Defenders Legal, Community Interest Company, and you can get more information on help that you can get with Windrush, or if you want to work with us to look at some of the issues that I've just talked about, then our website is www.wdlegal.co.uk. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of Windrush Day.
Thanks, Anthony. Love the dress, Anthony. Love the style.